morning, everybody. It is April the 4th. This is Teresa Martin, about 9:30 in the morning, about 50 degrees out. I am going to show you a swarm that has taken up residence in this swarm trap. So in a prior video on my YouTube channel, I showed you how I designed this trap and how I hung it in this tree, so go back there and look at that. But as of April 4th, you can see that a swarm has taken up residence in this swarm trap, also called a bait hive. And I'm going to show you how you know that you have a swarm that is actually living in this. So let me zoom on in. I'm going to walk forward and show you and try and get as close as I can so you can see the entrance. But what you can see here, I think you can see it. What you're going to see here is normal foraging behavior. And what I also did was that the one way to tell for sure you've got a swarm living in your swarm trap or your bait hive is when you see pollen going in. So I sat on the ground with a pair of binoculars. Took me about 20 minutes, but I did see forager bees carrying in pollen. That is the one way to know you have a swarm that has selected your bait hive and is living in there. This behavior that you also see on the outside is normal foraging behavior. This looks very different than scout bees, and it looks very different from robber bees. So it doesn't take long to kind of be able to tell the difference if you watch your bees enough. But this is foraging behavior. You can see orientation flights even outside the entrance. What I will do is, now that a swarm has taken up residence, what I'll do is this evening I will get on a ladder and I will close that little tiny door. It's just on a little screw. I'll pivot it shut, and then I will get off the ladder and I will use the pulley system that I described in my other video, and I will lower the box using that rope to the ground, and then I will move it at night to its final location where it's going to live. And then tomorrow or the next day, depending on the weather, I will hive it, and then I'll put this box right back up here. The reason I don't wait very long once a colony has taken up residence in a swarm trap is because they will build the wonkiest comb in there, and it's just a mess, and it destroys a lot of their hard work if I don't move it soon. There's only 5 frames in there, if you remember from my prior video. One of them has really old comb in it, and the other 4 are blank frames. There's no foundation in them, just the frames themselves, and those are nailed in there so they won't slide around. But anyway, that's how I do it. It works, and I encourage you to try it as well. The most awesome thing ever, well, one of the most awesome things ever, is you get free local bees that have overwintered, and you have a proven queen in there. She got her hive, her colony through winter, and she got it strong enough to swarm, and she's in there. So I definitely want her, and I want her genetics. All right, everybody, there you have it. Swarm traps, they definitely work if done correctly, I guess. And I wish you all happy beekeeping, and I hope your swarm season is going awesome. Thanks, everybody.